Hello students, my name is Miss Hikma. I'm from Edfund Learning Center. So in this video, we'll be going through the answers for the 2024 P5 mock test, paper 1, booklet A. Let's look at question number 1. 5 ones, 8 tens more than 30,000 is... Okay, so in this question, you have to identify the value. So the value of what? The value of this one. Okay, so the value of 5 ones is 5. The value of 8 tens is 80. So 5 plus 80, you get 85. The value of 30,000 is 30,000. So the question is saying more than. So this is your keyword. So when you see the keyword more than, you know that you have to plus usually. Okay, so 85 plus 30,000, you get 30,085. Simple, straightforward. Okay, the answer is number 4. Next question, question number 2. 4 times 4 over 5 has the same value as... So firstly, let's look at the question that they are asking. Let's solve this. 4 times 4 over 5, you get... Okay, let's do a bit of recap. Multiplication of fractions. Okay, 4 times 4 over 5, which is 4 over 1 times 4 over 5. So you multiply the numerators, which is 4 times 4, you get 16. Then you multiply the denominator, which is 1 times 5, you get 5. Okay? So when you look at 4 times 4 over 5, this can also mean, okay, 4 of 4 over 5, which is 4 over 5 plus 4 over 5 plus 4 over 5 plus 4 over 5. Okay, please keep note. Okay, remember this. 4 times 4 over 5 means 4 over 5 plus, not times. Okay, so let's look at the options that you have. You have 4 different options. Then let's look at option number 1. 1 over 4 times 5 over 4. So 1 times 5 is 5, 4 times 4 is 16. So you know that definitely this is wrong, right? Because you want it to be 16 over 5. Option number 2. 1 over 4 times 4 over 5, you get 1 times 4 is 4, 4 times 5 is 20. So you know that this is also wrong. Okay, let's look at option number 3. This is interesting. So option number 3 is saying 4 times 4 over 5 is equals to 4 over 5 times 4 over 5 times 4 over 5 times 4 over 5. So remember what I said? Okay, 4 times 4 over 5 is 4 over 5 plus, not times. When you times, you get a completely different answer, right? When you times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, you get quite a large number. All right, 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, you get also quite a large number. So you know that definitely you can eliminate this out already. Okay, let's look at the last option that we have. Let's double check whether this is the correct answer or not. Okay, so this is 4 over 5 plus 4 over 5 plus 8 over 5. So this is simple addition of fractions. How do you add fractions? Remember, must ensure that the denominator is the same. So once you have ensured that, then you can do your problem sums. 4 plus 4 plus 8, you get 16. So the answer is 16 over 5. Is this the same? Yes. So the answer is number 4. Okay. Let's look at question number 3. Which one of these following solutions is for finding the area of triangle ACD? Okay, so keyword here is area of a triangle, right? So what is the formula for area of triangle? Formula for area of triangle is half times base times height. And then you must remember that your base is... Okay, your height and base must be perpendicular to each other. Okay, so let's get let's take one base here. Let's say our base is CD. Okay, CD, which is 6 cm. Is AC perpendicular to CD? Is AC perpendicular to CD? No, it is not perpendicular to CD. How to know if it's perpendicular or not in this question? Okay, you can see this square thing here, right? So AC is not perpendicular to CD. Therefore, we cannot say that the height is 5 cm. Okay, so half times 6 times 5 is definitely wrong lah. Okay, so when you cannot find the height which is perpendicular to the base, what you can do is you can extend the base further. Extend the base further until you reach to a point where, okay, you can get a perpendicular line. When you get a perpendicular line from this point, then you can measure the height. Okay, so this is the perpendicular line here, which is 4 cm. So the answer is half times 6 times 4. Okay, so that your answer is number 3. All right. Next question. Question number 4. The ages of Alex, Anup, and Ali are in the ratio of 7:2:3, respectively. What does respectively means? It means that Alex is 7, Anup is 2, Ali is 3. Okay, express the youngest age as a fraction of the total age of the boys. This means that, how do they want you to show the fraction? Okay, in this form. Youngest age over total age. Okay, so the youngest age here is Anup, right? And then the total is 7 plus 2 plus 3, you get 12. So again, they want you to express the fraction in this way. Okay, youngest over total. So the youngest is 2, total is 12. Then don't forget, you have to simplify your final answer, which is 1/6. So your answer is number 4, right? Okay. Next, question number 5. Okay, geometry question. The following figure is not drawn to scale. PQR is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. QS is a straight line, right? Find angle SPQ. Okay. So from the keywords that you have here, you can answer the question. Equilateral triangle means that all angles are equals to 60. So this is 60, this is 60, this is 60. Equilateral triangle also means that all of the lengths of the triangle is also equal. Okay, so now that you know that this angle here is 60 and then this angle here is 36, can you find SPQ? Can you find SPQ here? Yes, right? Yes. Why can you find angle SPQ? Because angles in a triangle equals to 180 degrees. So you can work backwards, right? So angle SPQ is equals to 180 minus 36 minus 60. You get 84 degrees. So the answer is number 3. Okay. Next. Question number 6. Which of the following is equivalent to 5%? Okay, so they want you to convert 5% to either fraction or a decimal. Okay, so we know that 5% is equals to 5/100. Remember, percentage is over 100. So 5/100, is that the option here? Any options for 5/100? No, right? So let's try to solve this in another way. Let's try converting this fraction into a decimal. So 5/100. Okay. which means 5 divided by 100. 5 divided by 100. How do I get it into a decimal? Okay, so 100. Okay, this is a shortcut. So in 100, there are 2 zeros, right? So you jump 2 places. 1, 2. Okay, so your answer is, so there should be a dot here, right? So your answer is 0.05. Okay. So therefore the answer is number 4. Look at question number 7. What is the value of the decimal represented by A? Okay, so you have two different numbers here, 0.44 and 0.46. The number right in the middle here should be 0.45, right? Okay, so next we have to identify the numbers. Okay, here. So the pattern here is, okay, 0.44 plus 0.002. Okay, so each time you jump here, you add 0.002. Okay, so for example, this is 0.440, then you add here, becomes 0.442, then you add here, becomes 0.444, then 0.446, 0.448, and then here finally is 0.450. Then same thing here, 0.450, then this one will become 0.452, then this one is 0.454, this one is 0.456, this is 0.458, and then this is 0.460. So each time you jump here, you add 0.002. Okay, which means that to get to A, okay, you must minus 0.002. Okay, so 0.440 minus 0.002 equals to, okay, and do your working. 440 minus 2, okay, 3, 4 minus 0 is 4. Okay, then you have your answer, 0.438. So the answer is number 1. Okay, next, question number 8. Divide 5.052 by 4. The digit 6 in the above quotient is in the what place? So, no choice, we have to do long division here, right? Okay, so 5.052 divided by 4. Okay, so let's try. 5 divided by 4, you get 1. Okay, 4 times 1, you get 4. So 5 minus 4 is equals to 1. Right, then remember you bring down the next digit, so it becomes 10. So 10 divided by 4, you get 2, right? So 4 times 2, you get 8. So 10 minus 8, you get 2. Then you bring down the next digit, which is 5. So 25 divided by 4, you get 6, right? Then 6 times 4, you get 24. So 25 minus 24, you get 1. Then you bring down the next digit, which is 2. So it becomes 12. So 12 divided by 4, you get 3, exact. So 4 times 3, you get 12. So 12 minus 12, you get 0. After this, it cannot be divided any further because this is a 0. Okay, so this is not your final answer because they are asking you the digit 6 in your answer here is in the what place. All right. So number 1 here is definitely in the ones place. So after the decimal point, the digit here will be in the tens place. Okay, with a TH, tens place. Okay, there's a mistake here, it should be tens. Okay, then the next digit is in the hundreds. And then the next digit will be the thousand. Right? So they are asking for the digit 6. So 6 is the hundredths. So the answer is number 4. Okay. Next, question number 9. The solids below are formed by stacking 1 cm cubes in the corner of a room. Which solid has the largest volume? So to find the largest volume, all you have to do is just find out how many cubes exactly are there in each choice that you have. Why? Because it is 1 cm cube, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so you just calculate how many cubes are there. So once you do your calculation, okay, and your observation, you will notice that option number 1 is the right answer because it has 12. Option number 2 only has 8, option 10, option 3 has 10, option 4 has 11. So your answer is number 1. Okay, next question number 10. The average weekly pocket money for Jane and Jack is $21. Okay, keyword here is average. If Jane has $18 as her weekly pocket money, how much is Jack's weekly pocket money? Okay, so the average for Jane and Jack is 21. Therefore, okay, when you 21 times 2, 2 because there are 2 people, right? Jane and Jack. Okay, so 21 times 2, you get 42. $42 here is the total amount of weekly pocket money that Jane and Jack had. Okay, total. So this question says that Jane has $18 and they want to know how much is Jack's weekly pocket money. So all you have to do is just minus 42 minus 18, you get 24. Okay, your answer is number 1. Okay, next, question 11. The figure below is not drawn to scale. DEFG is a rectangle. DEFG. Okay. DHF is an isosceles triangle. Okay. DHF is here. HJ and KE are straight lines. Find the marked angle FDH. Okay. So what is an isosceles triangle? Isosceles triangle is when, okay, you have 2 angles that are equal. Okay, so these 2 angles are the same, which also means that these 2 lengths are also the same. Okay, so when they say that lines HJ and KE are straight lines, so if you notice, HJ and KE intersect with each other. So when these 2 intersect with each other, this means that the angle here is equals to the angle here, right? So when this is 46, this is also 46 degrees. Okay? So you know that since this is a rectangle, you know that this angle here is 90, this total here is 90, this is 90, total here is 90. So you know that this is 46, You know that this is 90. Can you tell how many degrees this is? You can, right? Because angles in a triangle is total equals to 180 degrees. Okay? So what is angle FHE? Angle FHE is equals to 90 minus 46. You get 44 degrees. So this is 44 degrees. Okay? Now, angle FHE, okay, FHE, which is 44 degrees, is equals to angle FDH, FDH, plus angle HFD, okay, which is here. Why? Because exterior angles equals to the sum of the interior opposite angles. What is exterior angle? Exterior angle is here. This is on the outside of this triangle, right? So this is the exterior angle, which is 44. It is equals to the sum of the interior inside angles, okay, which are opposite angles. So this angle here is equals to this plus this. Got it? Okay, so when you know this, what can you do next? Okay, because you also know that this triangle here is an isosceles triangle, which means that this angle and this angle are equal. Therefore, what you can do is 44 divided by 2, you get this angle, which is 22 degrees. Okay, so your answer is number 4. Next, question number 12. A cup costs $1.65. It is cheaper than a plate by $1.05. Okay, let's highlight. Cup is 165. Cheaper than a plate by $1.05. Find the cost of 6 such plates. Express your answer to the nearest dollar. Okay, so if one cup is $1.65, it is cheaper than the plate, right? Means that you must plus, right? The plate. So the plate is $1.65 plus $1.05. You get $2.70. So they want to know the cost of 6 plates. So $2.70 times 6. Okay. So 270 times 6. Okay. So this is where some students might also get wrong due to careless mistakes and calculation error. 6 times 0 is 0. 7 times 6 is 42, right? 2 into 4. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. So the answer is $16.20. Is it the answer? No, it is not the answer. Why? Because they ask you to express your answer to the nearest dollar, which means that, okay, so round off $16.20, round off to the nearest dollar. Okay, so 2, since this is 2, so you can round down, which is still $16. So the answer is number 1. Question number 13. What is the maximum number of whole pieces of 2 cm cubes that can be put into a rectangular container containing 20 cm by 5 cm by 12 cm? Okay, so keyword here is maximum number of whole pieces of 2 cm cubes. So remember, these are cubes. These cubes cannot be compressed. They cannot be smushed around. Okay, so let's say in this container, let's say this 21 cm is the length. Okay, 5 cm is the breadth and 12 cm is the height. Okay, so if you are someone who cannot visualize, you can try to draw. Okay, you can draw it out. For example, okay, here is a rectangular container. So let's say this is the length. The length is 21 cm. Okay, length is 21 cm. Breadth is 5 cm. Height is 12 cm. So if you are someone who cannot visualize, go ahead and draw. Okay, so imagine these here are 2 cm blocks. Okay, so I draw 2 cm, 2 cm, 2 cm, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, another way you can do is just 21 divided by 2, you get 10, and then there is a remainder, right? So you have to draw the remainder, of course. Okay, this is the remainder. Okay, for the breadth, okay, is 5 cm divided by 2, you get 2 cubes and 1 cm remainder. So this is not drawn to scale, so let's just say this is the remainder. And then for the height, it is 12 cm, so 12 divided by 2, you get 6, right? 6 cubes. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. So once that is done, this is just one layer. Remember, this is just one layer that you have calculated. Now you need to calculate how many layers there are, okay, to fit this whole container. So final step is you take 10, 2, and 6, then you multiply them, you get 120 cubes. Okay, so your answer is 4. Right? Next, question number 14, slightly tricky question. So this is a multiplication question. Okay, so how do you multiply? How do you do your working when you multiply? Okay, let's say this is a number lah. Imagine this is a number. So A times 4, you get E. Then A times 3 is 0. A times 5 is 48. So I would imagine that A will be a large number, right? A must be a large number, but it definitely cannot be more than 10, right? Cannot be more than 10, so it must be less than 10, right? Okay, and then next, this number. So remember, before you multiply these two numbers, you must add a 0 first, right? Must add a 0. So 2 times 4 is 8. Oh, okay, so you got 8 here. Then 2 times 3, you got E. Then 2 times 5, you get 10. Okay, so just now we saw something here, right? 2 times 4 is 8. So 2 times 3, can I assume that E is equals to 6? Okay, perhaps. Let's give it a try, shall we? Okay, so 2 times 4 is 8. And then let's give it a try. E is equals to 3 times 2, which is equals to 6. Okay, so let's test out our theory. If E is equals to 6, okay, which means that 8 plus 6 must be 14. So I am on the right track, right? 4 here, and then I carry over 1 here. Okay, so 4 plus 1 is 5. I am on the right track. And 1 is 1 here. Okay, so I am gaining more confidence that E is definitely 6. Okay. Okay, let's try to solve for A now. So now that we know that E is equals to 6. Okay, so E6 is here. Okay, so let's test out, yeah. A times 4, you must get a multiple of 6 because we already identified that E is equals to 6. Okay, so A times 4 must be a multiple of 6. Then A times 3, okay, definitely it can be a multiple of 3, right? And then A times 5, it definitely can be a multiple of 5 because you multiply by 5, right? But however, okay, if you notice here, if A times 5 must be a multiple of 5, how come this is 48? Why is this 48? Remember, multiples of 5 must end with 0 or 5, right? Multiples of 5 usually end with 0 or 5. So how come this is 48? Now, this is something that we must solve. Okay? So this could only mean one thing, which means that A times 5 is added with something. So a number is added here that we do not know. Okay? We do not know what's the number, so let's just put a question mark. Yeah, let's just put a question mark for that number because we do not know what it is. So A times 5 plus this number, you get 48. Okay, A times 5 plus this number, you get 48. Okay, so we work backwards. 48 minus this number, you must get a multiple of 5. Okay, so in order to get a multiple of 5, okay, how do we turn 48 into a multiple of 5? Which means that the last digit must end with 0 or 5. So you either, okay, you look here, you either 48 minus 3 or 48 minus 8. Why? Because if you 48 minus 3, you get 45. If you 48 minus 8, you get 40. Are those multiple of 5? Yes, they are multiples of 5. Why? This is ends with 5, this ends with 0. Okay? So let's test out our theory. Is the question mark here 3 or is it 8? Okay, so let's say if this question mark here is 3, if this is 3, so A is equals to, we work backwards, right? 48 minus 3 divided by 5, you get 9. If the question mark here is 8, okay, so we work backwards. A equals to 48 minus 8 divided by 5, you get 8. Okay, so A, now you have two choices. Is A 9 or is A equals to 8? Now we must test out our theory. Is A 9 or is A 8? Okay, let's say if A is 9. If A is 9, when we multiply it by 4, can we get a multiple of 6? Because remember, E is 6. Can we get a multiple of 6 or not? Multiples of 6 are what? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, right? These are multiples of 6. Okay, you write down. Okay, so if A is 9, when we times 4, 9 times 4, we get 36. Is it a multiple of 6? Yes, it is a multiple of 6. Okay, so this might be the correct answer. A might be equals to 9. But we don't want to, we want to be safe. Okay, so let's double check our answer. Let's double check our second option. So our second option is what? A is equals to 8. So let's see. If 8 times 4, can we get a multiple of 6? 8 times 4 is 32. Is 32 a multiple of 6? No, it is not a multiple of 6. Therefore, the correct answer is 9. A is equals to 9. Okay, so we know that A is equals to 9. E is equals to 6. Let's go back to the question. What are they asking you? They are asking you to find the product of A and E. Product means you must times A and E, you must times. So 9 times 6, you get 54. Okay, so the answer is number 1. Okay, please take some time to digest this question. Question number 15. Molly bought a camera at a discount of 10%. The next day, she sold it away for $567 at another discount of 10%. What was the original selling price of the camera before Molly bought it? Okay, so she bought a camera at a discount of 10%. Next day, she sold it for $567 at a discount of 10%. The question is asking you what is the original selling price of the camera before Molly bought it. So before the discount of 10% here. What we can do is we can work backwards. Why? Because we have a figure here. We have a final figure of $567, right? So she sold it for $567 at a 10% discount. Okay, so 100 minus 10, you get 90. So 90% is 567. 10% is 567 divided by 9. You can do your log division. Okay, you will get 63. 100% is 63 times 10, you get $630. $630 is the discounted price which Molly bought the camera at. So remember, she bought the camera at a discount of 10%. Okay, so now we can find the original price. So Molly bought it at 90%, which is $630. So 10% is 630 divided by 9. You get $70. Do your long division again. And then 100%, you get 70 times 10, you get $700. Okay, so this is the final answer. You work backwards, right? So the answer is number 2.